Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Arizona Cardinals. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Hakeem Butler there, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Murray now to throw, and able to find Kirk complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First down, Murray. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 39. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's third down. Throwing is Murray on third down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Set. Get team on it. Get team on it. Run you over. Run you over.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
At the 11-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. And Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Third down here. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
After the made field goal, here's McCrane back out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Haskins and the Redskins come up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Here we go. Took the outlaw. We begin.
First carry for Darius Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On first down, it's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Geis. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Switch. He's crashing. Go.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From the 38, Murray. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
First down, Washington. Right here. Hey, check back. Oh, 34. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Geis. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. On the ground, Geis, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Justin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On play action, it's Murray. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing now is Murray, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Haskins on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Safety's creeping. Check.
Murray now. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Get that ball. Watch the eye. Check 15.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
30 towards the mic. 30 towards the mic. It's a party now. Hey, check right 34.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Catch is made. It's Harmon. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Ready. 18 gators. 2 little. 2 set. Go.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2nd down and goal. Haskins. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. Two incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. They run with Geis. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis as the first half is winding down. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I smell fear in that offense.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A final shot before half from Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff...
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find... because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go, boys.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off around the 41. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Murray trying again after the pick 6. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Murray. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This is taken at the 15. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built up that lead at intermission, and they're just continuing to pour it on right now, aren't they?
locked into a really good groove right now. I don't know if it's just the play calling. I know the execution is really, really sharp right now, and all the playmakers are doing exactly what you expect. They're making plays, and right now, defense has no answer and no chance of catching up.
Yeah, they're just looking into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46, and the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Open man completes it to Butler. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 2. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this one. Williams loses the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and that'll bring up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Haskins again. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards. Haskins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're well on their way now as the lead.
It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs. all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the
rush coming, and he's taken down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On third down, Hunt. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But yeah, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Murray now on 1st down. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags to give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Murray going to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Haskins down around his goal line. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 95 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Murray now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? Best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Haskins to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. He'll rifle this one deep right side and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. Now, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From his own end zone now, it's Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now,
accelerating, and off he goes. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
Let's go.
All right.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run with Geis. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? If you're blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's how we do it, baby.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Washington, the win won't get them to 500, but they will finish on a high note at 7-9. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals,